In today's video, I visit the Utica Club Saranac Brewery. The brewery is in Utica, New York, and they do tours on Fridays and Saturdays. They do tours at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Now, if you go on Fridays, you will be able to see them doing the bottling and production. The tickets are $5 per person over 12. If you're under 12, you get in for free. You get a token, and the token is for your tour. They have different color tokens, and when they call your token color, that is when you will be summoned to go on your tour. They also give you a brown token, and that token will get you your free beer or hard cider or whatever you'd like to try that they have on tap at their tap room at the end of the tour. Now, if you do not want that, or if you are underage, you can also get a soda. They have sparkling lemonade, root beer, of course, which is really good. I personally had the hard cider, and I will show you that in the video. So keep on watching and enjoy. So as you can see in the gift shop here, they have t-shirts and these cool steins that you can purchase, as well as they have 6-packs that you can make from their little fridge here, or the other drinks off to the side, or you can just get already made 6-packs of the different things that they have. And I just wanted to quickly show you the ceiling, because that ceiling is made out of cardboard, actually. This clock is actually one of only 14 made, and there is only 4 left known in existence. And they had this clock appraised, and it is worth about $1.5 million. Now, these little steins I'm showing you might be familiar. They are actually Schultz and Dooley, which was created as a commercial campaign for this brewery by the sons of the original owner. So in this case right here that I'm showing, those are actually all of their beers that are discontinued. And the other case I just showed was all of their current seasonal beers for Saranac, and in this case is some of their oldest beers, and the tour guide will tell you a little bit more about those first 2 cases in a minute. And now in this gold room, we do go on there in the tour, but I did not film in that room. But that is the portrait room where they tell the family story of the brewery, of the dad who originally owned it, then it went to his sons and their sons, and then a story about our current owners. But let's go on the tour now.
Notice that at the start we didn't use paper labels. We actually etched the labels into the glass themselves. This proved to be pretty inefficient. It was expensive. We broke a bunch of bottles. The bottles couldn't really be recycled because they had the etched in label on there. So then we switched to paper labels, which is now what we use to this day. If you see these green bottles here, those are our near beers and our sodas. So through the prohibition era, obviously we couldn't brew beer, so we brewed soda and near beers in those different green bottles so people could tell the difference. And then all through here, you'll see the evolution of our Utica Club bottles. People always ask about these, and those were used, bottles you obviously can't put into a backpack. Lots of people like to put beer in their backpack, so we made those, toss them in your backpack, ride around on a bike, do whatever, and they're perfectly fine. If you look at this middle display case here, our Saranac line is showcased. Saranac stands for cluster of stars. And when this line was started, the idea was that the cluster of stars, each different beer that's made under the Saranac line is like its own little cluster of stars that brings together clusters of people to enjoy the product. And so, unique thing with Saranac is that it's a seasonal line. So each season we'll have 4 different beers that are brewed just for that season, and then they're discontinued after that. And so every season we'll have an evolving different array of beers that you can try and enjoy. So this is our grain room. As you can see, we have 4 barrels of grain. You guys can feel free to touch, smell. I wouldn't recommend tasting it. If you just want to, go for it. Cool. Modeled after an actual authentic speakeasy that was here in Utica. This door, cool tidbit, is actually from an actual speakeasy that was here in Utica. Basically what would happen with this door is someone would come up and give a special knock, whatever it was, and then this flap would open and someone would have to give a password towards the flap and then you could get into the speakeasy. We're told typical passwords here in Utica were Joe sent me, or I came here for Joe, or people would just say shoelace and they'd be let in. You'll also notice that this is made out of oak, so it's a super thick, sturdy door. So just in case if the police came and got a tip that everybody in here was drinking alcohol, it would take more than just a few kicks to knock this door in. So if that did happen, people could sneak out the back and get away completely free if that was necessary. Obviously during Prohibition we couldn't brew beer, so we made it through Prohibition with our sodas and also near beers. Near beers are basically we would brew beer all the way up until the fermentation process, so right before the alcohol is added. And we would sell that in grocery stores. We would actually sell that right next to yeast, and we would give very strict instructions on the bottles not to add yeast and let it sit for a week because then you'll have beer. And we all know no one wants to be drinking beer because it's illegal. I'll talk a little bit about our soda here. Our root beer, we are very proud to be named the official mixer with Jägermeister. I don't know if you guys know the hard alcohol Jägermeister, but they recently named us the official mixer with their hard alcohol. I hear it's really good. I'm only 18 though, so I've never tried it. You guys will have to decide that on your own. And then we also have orange cream, sparkling lemonade, ginger beer, diet ginger beer, black cherry cream, Soviet Temple, and some sparkling, seltzer waters there. If any of you are gluten-free and you can't drink beer, our Mackenzie's line will be really great for you. So Utica Club, we are very proud of, as we print on all of our bottles. It was the first beer sold in the United States after Prohibition. We actually sold that 30 minutes after Prohibition had ended. 30 minutes after Prohibition, we had that out on the streets. As most of you know, it doesn't really take 30 minutes to brew beer, so we might have cheated just a little bit. But we are very proud to be the first beer across the entire United States to be sold after Prohibition. Fermentation, as some of you may know, is the process where alcohol is actually added to the beer. So basically what happens is we take the wort, the sweet sugary liquid that we got from those cookers, we put it into these huge tanks, and then we add the yeast. And the yeast reacts with the sugar and actually turns the sugar into alcohol, which gives you beer, and beer with the alcohol. As most people actually don't know, there are only 2 main types of beer, and those are ale and lager. So the main difference between those is ale, the yeast settles on the top of the tank, and the lager, the yeast settles on the bottom. And that's the main difference between those 2 types of beer. So the next step in our brewing process is called brew. It is the German word for rest. So basically what happens is we take the beer and we put it into these aging tanks here, and there they rest or age for about a week or so. After that, some of the beer has a process called dry hopping. So something like our pale ale or an IPA will have that process. Every single batch of beer that we make, we take a case of beer and we put it in here. So in case anything goes wrong and we get any complaints, we can go here, take out the batch, test it, see if anything's wrong with the chemistry, figure figure out what exactly went wrong and solve the problem. And we hold every single case in here for about a year, and then we'll let them go. This is our bottling facility. As you can see, nothing is running right now because it is a Saturday, but if you were to come back on a weekday and come take a tour, you can see the whole process going on. Lots of workers down there, bottling over here. A quick summary of how it happens. The bottles come in through here, they go down that line, the two circular machines that you saw as you walk down and you'll walk by again, that's where the beer is filled. Then they go through down under the bridge, and then there's another cylindrical machine, and that is where the beer is labeled and capped, and then they are sent down that way where they are boxed, and then they're shipped out to all of you guys. But we have reached the end of our tour. Does anybody have any questions for me about anything along all the grain after you make all the hops? Where's all the grain go? So that's actually a little interesting. All the grain and stuff, we put that into a big silo and then we give it to farmers to feed their cows. So that's why people say that New York milk is so good, is because they're all drinking Utica Club.
Mackenzie apple hard cider. So thank you so much for watching my brewery tour. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I really did have a great time with my family. All in all, it was a lot of fun. The only thing that I would say to you is if you have a hard time with stairs, I would definitely recommend being very careful or not going on this tour, but otherwise I would definitely say go on this tour. But it is really nice to get yourself a drink or a soda at the end. You can just sit there in the tap room and hang out, have a conversation, and yeah, it was really nice. Stay tuned to my channel to see when I upload my video talking about the restaurant Bella Regina in Utica, New York. If you would like to follow me on any of my social media, it is FindingTaylor with a 1 at the end. Thank you so much for watching. As always, there is a great big beautiful tomorrow, and I will see you then. Bye!